Hi guys, I'm Lisa and I'm back with another video. Today it's time for another TBR. It's my time for August TBR and Bookopoly. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about how I did with Bookopoly last month because it was very successful. July turned out to be pretty weird and I didn't finish everything for sure. I did finish 2 of my Bookopoly reads and then I started on 3 of them, and then there was one I didn't touch at all. So first up, the 2 audiobooks that I had on my list was I finished the first week before I went off on vacation, so they were relatively short reads and I did finish them. That was one of them was Harbor Me by Jacqueline Woodson, and I did read that one, and I think I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely enjoyed it and I think it was a really good book. The other audio that I read was You Say It First by Katie Coturno, and I think I rated that one 2 out of 5 stars. There are a lot to be desired. Physically, I only read 2 whole books, and then also because of all of the stress I've been through over July, and usually when I have summer vacation, even if I am home and I have time, I usually don't have time to read very much because then I've had guests over. I have had to visit my sister a lot of times to help out with their newborn, and we were in Copenhagen for 4 days, and those days I didn't read very much at all. And whenever we did anything with other people, I didn't sit down to read. So it's only been a few times I've had time to actually sit down and read something. So yeah, I'm happy with what I did finish, but I definitely didn't finish as much as I thought I would. But let's talk about the other books, the other 4 books that were remaining. I have Something Wicked This Way Comes. I did read a little more than I already had. I am on page 39, so a total of, I don't know, a couple of chapters of this. I will try to make it a priority to get through it this month because I actually want to read it. Elazzo, I didn't touch this one at all. I think I chose this for middle grade. I didn't touch this one. I still really want to read it. So it's just because I didn't have time to get started on it. And I also chose a prompt reader collection, and for that one I chose Radical Element which is edited by Jessica Spotswood, and I managed to read about half of it. So it's definitely okay. I have read the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories in here and about story 7. And this isn't as good as the first collection. I think they are more like 3 stars or 3.5, or there's been 1 4 stars I think. Whereas the other was a bit of a mix. They were all 5, 4, maybe sometimes it was a 2-star because they weren't very good, but the overall enjoyment of some of the stories was a lot better. So overall I enjoy that more. So we'll see how the last half will end up going. And then we have Shorefall, which I was really excited about getting started on, and I have started it, but I've only read up to page 50, so I have far to go. But I definitely have been enjoying it. I just have decided to annotate it, and so when I sit down I have a pen and all of that, and I just sit in my couch, and so I haven't had much time to read like that. So whenever I've been reading something, it's mostly been when I've been away. I hope that I'll have a wrap up of this month for sure. We'll see. I don't think I've done a wrap up since the middle of May, so I apologize about that. Anyway, let's get into my plans for August. I won't set myself too many plans this month because of how things have been going, but I will do a Bookopoly of 5 books still, and I have a buddy read with Shannon from Shannon Riddler, Dark Hunter books, and last month we read Fantasy Lover, and this month, or in August, we are going to be reading, it is this month, it is the 1st of August today, oh my god. And this month we're going to be reading Pleasures by Sherilyn Kenyon. This is the one that actually starts the primary series, I believe, whereas the other one was sort of a prequel thing, set outside of it, but I think it has some tie-in. I'm not sure how, but I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. I've definitely been a little bit surprised about the content of the series so far, so we're really looking forward to continuing with this. I like to get through The Unseen Academicals is one I didn't get to last month of the Terry Pratchett books, and then the next one in that series, if I manage to finish this one. July is also not a big audio month for me because I don't read whenever I'm outside of here, and I have been listening at home, but not as much as I normally would. So yeah, I don't know. So those are my pre-planned books. Let's see how Bookopoly goes for me this month. So last time I landed on middle grade, so let's see where they land today. 9. Space Not on Earth. Double. And a Chant Card. The Dream Daughter by Diane Chamberlain. I already read this one all the way back in January, so I'm picking the next one. Magic for Liars by Sarah Gailey. This is a short one, so I'm really happy about that. Also another Chant Card. Throne of the Crescent Moon. I think that's a short fantasy book. A 9. High fantasy. Okay. 6. 2. How do I keep landing on Chant Cards? This one is Blackwing's Beating. Can you see that? Anyway. And another double. Thank you. Now I'm on 7 rolls, man. 6. Urban Fantasy! A 10. And this was the final roll. Finish a book you already started. So this one turned out from 5 to 7 books, and I haven't picked an audio this time, and I cannot tell you why I didn't do that, but 3 of the books were pre-picked for me, and the other 3 books are books that I think fit well. I only had options with audiobooks 2 places, but I had really obvious physical book choices. So we'll see where I land with this. So for the prompt Space Not on Earth, I'm going to try and get through Project Hail Mary, by Andy Weir. This is obviously the most recent book by Andy Weir, and it came out earlier this year, and I really wanted to read it. I heard great things about it, especially from those who have read and enjoyed The Martian and not Artemis so much. Or I don't know if they read Artemis. It sounds a lot like survival story in space. So it does say in here that it says a lone astronaut at an impossible mission, and Ellie he never imagined. So it says Ryland Grace is the sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and the Earth itself will perish. Except that right now he doesn't know that. He can't even remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment and how to complete it. So it definitely fits with Not on Earth and in space. So looking forward to it. Next up, I pulled a Chant Card, and the first one I pulled I already read earlier in the year. I read it back in January. So the other book I picked was Magic for Liars by Sarah Gailey. This is a short novella length, so at least the majority of these picks for me are relatively short. And then we have another Chant Card, and that was Throne of the Crescent Moon by Saladin Ahmed. This is a fantasy book, and it's also about 250 pages or something like that. So I have 2 pretty short fantasy books that I could get through pretty quickly, hopefully, if the writing style engages me. So I'm really looking forward to it. I heard really good things about Throne of the Crescent Moon, and I know I like Sarah Gailey's writing, so I think I'm in for a treat. The next prompt I landed on was high fantasy, and I decided, because I'm only 50 pages into it, I decided to put on Surefall again and see if I can't finish it in August, because I already started it and I want to read it, so I will give it an effort to get through this in this month. Then I rolled another chance card, and this time I chose Black Wings Beating by Alex London. I don't know what this is about, if it's a fantasy or science fiction. I'm pretty sure it's YA. I have it on my Kindle, obviously, and I remember it's a fairly new release, and I was interested in it when I read the blurb, and so hopefully I will be enjoying it. The sixth prompt I landed on was urban fantasy, and I thought for a moment to add the Dark Hunter book, but the Dark Hunter books are more of a paranormal romance type book than it is urban fantasy, and it's just a way of them being written. So I went with another book that I've been highly anticipating getting started on, or series, and that is Cry Wolf by Patricia Briggs. This is the first book in the Alpha and Omega series. I love Patricia Briggs, you know this. So, and I know this world so well, and the characters, I sort of familiar with them from the Mercy Thompson universe, but I don't know them. So I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully I will enjoy this. I don't think I will enjoy this one as much as the Mercy Thompson series, but I definitely think that I will enjoy it relatively a lot. Enjoy it a lot also because I enjoy Patricia Briggs's writing style and her way of creating characters and friendships and connections between characters and stuff. She's really good at that, so looking forward to it. The last and final prompt I landed on was finish a book you already started, and I actually decided to go with continuing with Radical Elements by Jessica Spotswood, or edited by Jessica Spotswood, because I'm halfway through it and I have 6 stories left. I have 6 stories left, and they are equally about 20 to 25 pages each. So those were the Bookopoly picks, and on top of that I have Night Pleasures by Sherilyn Kenyon, which is also an ebook, but I also think that's not very far long, and I definitely read that relatively quickly when I did read the other one, so the pacing is something I enjoy. Then I have my Interpreted book, which is an audiobook, and I might actually want to start another Stephen King book, even if I just finished one last month and it was a really long one. I'm hoping to add a Stephen King book to my listening this month, because I have a lot of listening time. I know that because at work I'll be really busy, and the way I work best when I'm busy is when I have something propped in my ear and I can concentrate a little better. So I will be reading The Dark Half, which is from 1989 and is about 500 pages long. Let's see how long the audio is. 15 hours long, so it's definitely a relatively short audio. From Stephen King, it's an average like 400 page book kind of thing. So I definitely think I can get through that one. Then we have another list to pull from. I think I'm going to be continuing with my TBR project, where I'm reading romance at the moment. Last month I read The Rebound, which is terrible. But this month I think I'm going to be reading The Winter Duchess by Gillian Eaton, which is a historical romance, so that will be on there. Let's see what else I feel like in the mood for. I think I still want to read Hard Time by Jodie Taylor, which is on Audible, so I'll definitely try and read that, which is the next one in the Time Police series. And those will be that. Whatever else I pick up will be whatever I feel like. And a lot of the audios at least are mood reads right now. So this is my physical TBR plus 4 ebooks. So I have myself a lot of going for me in August, and August is my busiest month in over the year. Like, it's gonna be extreme, but hopefully I saw that there's a reverse readathon, a 24-hour readathon reverse, like the one you do sort of mid-year around the summertime. It happens next weekend, I might try and participate in that, and that way I will probably get through quite a lot of reading. The reverse readathon is different than the normal readathon that starts at 8 p.m. instead of 8 a.m. EST. So for me that would be 2 a.m. In the night, and then I'll just start reading in the morning on Saturday. So yeah, this is everything. I also have been watching a lot of Olympics over the past week, as much as I could, so my schedule has been off in a way, because I have like set my alarm to like 5 in the morning in order to watch some things. Or sometimes I actually set it to 4 and it was really early, and I don't know why I did that, but it was an important match. But at least today we won gold and bronze in one day, and we have secured another medal, either silver or gold. Will be defined tomorrow, but I won't be able to see the final match tomorrow because I will be at work. So thank you for that. Anyway, this was everything I wanted to say today. I hope you're doing well. I hope that I will get back to a sense of norm with my filming. I can't promise anything, so we'll see what happens. Yeah. Anyway, this was everything. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye.